Hey, you guys. So let's talk about this upcoming week. Um, this is your weekly astrology forecast, accompanied by your WAMs, weekly affirmations and messages, manifestations, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so this upcoming week the energy is so good. Oh, it's so good. I'm so excited about this week. We have Venus trine Saturn. I mean, Mercury opposite Neptune can be a little bit tough. So this isn't the week to have any like tough conversations because it's going to get cloudy. But this is a really great week for dreaming, for like creating the dream, the thought. There's also a Mars trine Uranus, which means like doing it and thinking the weird thing will actually help you win, which is fun. And then Mars is going to be trine Pluto. So just to be clear, Pluto is a planet that deals with power, death, and rebirth, and it can be great because it can cut out things from your life that like are shitty and don't work for you, that aren't helpful. Letting go is difficult because ego gets involved, but if you can take your ego out of your association with Pluto, it can actually clear the path for you in really, really beautiful ways. But Pluto, like, it almost always shows up with power struggles. But Pluto also deals with money, interestingly enough. That's a whole other post that I'll probably talk about, but just take my word for it now. Pluto also deals with money. So, and Venus deals with money too. So Venus making that trine to Saturn, and Venus being in Libra and it's already a natural home, it's going to feel great. So this actually is a good week to start a new job. Actually, I mean, Mercury opposite Neptune, it's going to be a lot of big talk, a lot of dream talk, a lot of like, I'm like, what's your dream? Everybody's got to have a dream, which is great. And you've got all like these solid planets to support the dream, you know? Clarity may be a little tough to get at, but with, all of the positive aspects to Saturn and after the past like full moon, I think it's going to be easier to access clarity. So here we go. Aries. Okay, so this week is going to be really, really interesting for you to create stronger partnerships within your group of friends and your main relationships. If you're going to be asked to kind of step into a certain level of responsibility, stuff around work might get a little bit challenging because, well, I actually think it'll be challenging in a good way because you're going to be put in a position of leadership when you may not feel ready for it, but just trust that you are ready for it. This is like, and if you fall flat, you won't get punished for it. It's just a learning curve. So be kind to yourself, okay? You don't have to be perfect at everything. Just trust your path. Taurus. So this week, what's going to happen for you, I think is going to be really interesting, is that you're going to be offered an opportunity to recalibrate. It's been a lot has been happening for all fixed signs. That's Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. But for you, a lot of the focus of this particular season has really been about who you are and what your image is. And this week, you get to stop and really think about like how authentic are you being? Because what's going to be happening for you going forward is if there's anything false about you, it will be revealed. So lock in your allies, okay? Like, this is a good week to kind of get that done, get that going. Gemini. So Gemini, like, you guys are really on this future path. And you're feeling it, and it may be tough for some people in your life to get it and to be in alignment with it, but that's okay because your drive and your vision are challenging other people to think bigger about their own lives. So that's super exciting. You are feeling super fucking cute and you're feeling excited, you're feeling sexy, you're feeling creative. And I just really want you to lean into that. Just like really lean into like the really like pleasurable things about yourself, the fun things about yourself. Also, it's a good time for you to not be so sensible about your dreams and your goals and what career path you want to take. Take this week to really play and have fun and decide what it is that makes you happy moving forward. Cancer. This has been an interesting summer for you energetically, Cancers. It's one of the first times in a long time where you haven't felt a crush, like a crushing pressure, or you've got to make everybody happy, because if you're making everybody happy, no one's happy, and that doesn't work. So you're really being asked to hunker down, get back to your roots, and decide what your foundation is, what your personal foundation is, and what your belief system is. I think that you tapping into the largest, like the bigness of your visions and the bigness of your philosophies is really going to be so powerful for you going forth through the end of the year. So this week is a really good time to kind of get in touch with that energy, because the vibes really support that for you. And Leo, so I don't know, Leo's like, this is just, the vibe going forward is going to be a little bit challenging for Leos to lean into, because being fabulous may not feel as much fun as it had at one point in time. Now, does that mean that you need to be less than you are? Absolutely not. That is not what is being said at all. But it is a good time for you to talk about what your needs are in your relationships, your tight relationships, and it's time to value the power of your words and the power of your thoughts. I think that it's a good time for you to start thinking about travel. Just think about it. That's all I'm going to say. And then we've got Virgo. So Virgo, we're in Virgo season now, which is the sun has entered Virgo. So this is a really nice time for you to shine. While many Virgos, or like I talked about this in the full moon thing, like acts of service, like that is like the way that Virgos like show their love and affection, and that's great. But I think it'd be really cute if you let other people show you how much they love you. Be open to being cared about and valued. Be open to letting people tell you how much they care about you and love you. I also think that the energy of this week is going to be very interesting in you being honest about what is your ideal partnership. It's time for you to think about love. Really think about love, and think about the kind of love that you want to have in your life. And now we've got Scorpio. Nope, Libra. Sorry about that. Libra. Okay. So Libras, you guys are like in for it in such an interesting way. And if any, like, the world is not ready for the you that you are becoming. I don't even think you're fully ready for the you that you're going to be becoming, but it's going to be fucking amazing. And this week is going to give you confirmation after confirmation after confirmation about how fucking amazing you are, and how it is time for you to step into your magic. I think that you should think of your unveiling being the new moon in Libra and on October 6th. So you've got about 6 weeks, okay? But start doing the groundwork now for your unveiling. And if it doesn't feel like it's in alignment now, trust that it will. It will feel like it's in alignment the closer we get to the new moon in Libra. And so now Scorpio. Sorry, you guys. So Scorpio, I think that this is going to be a really interesting week for you to feel what is authentic for you and the ways that deal with like love. There's a lot of things happening for you around like work and health and your daily life. But you also need to remember that like self-love is super important. I think it's a good idea to dream up your perfect partner if you don't already have that perfect partner. And if someone in your life comes around that isn't being really honest with you about how they feel about you, or like future dripping, breadcrumbing, like it's time for you to have a conversation with your romantic interest to see how serious they are about being in your life. Sagittarius. I think that it's going to be a really, really interesting time for you to think, like, really think more about evolving and about big thoughts and just all the big things, because I think that the thing that's been happening with you a little bit lately is that you feel like there's all this pressure to get money and to have like a lasting legacy, or maybe like you tried and it didn't work out and you're feeling frustrated, and it feels like the idea of having fun is bad. It's like stupid. Like, I shouldn't be having fun. I should be working right now. That's actually a little toxic. So for this week, you should be thinking about having fun. You should really be thinking about having conversations. And I also think it's a good time for you to maybe think about learning an online course, teaching an online course, doing journal prompts. I think this is a good time for you for that, to kind of like get thought going. Capricorn. So Capricorn, I think that it's a really good week for you to ask for a raise, or jockey yourself in a position for work where you get the kind of money that you deserve. I think it's also a really good time for you to let the best parts of yourself be seen by the world at large. I think that this would also be a really good time for, like, if you needed like recommendations, to get those. I also think that this week would be a really good time for you to think about all the ways that you have really grown in your career. Aquarius. So it's always nice, it's always fun to think about all the things that you can do. So I think that one of the things that's been happening for you for a while, and I think it's been a little hard for you to access this particular truth, is that money equals freedom. You want freedom. And I think that that is perfectly valid. I think you should go after that. But this week is going to give you the kind of aha moment of really being in touch with that truth for yourself. Money equals freedom, and you want freedom. You want to see the world. You don't want to be locked into like a desk or behind a bar or anything like that. You want to be free. And I think that this week is going to really show you the way for you to access that level of freedom that you desire. Pisces. So more conversations need to be had with your partners. I think that it's going to be hard to access clarity, but just having the conversation to start is a good place to go. I think that you should also kind of give yourself like a little bit of space to process certain ways that your feelings and opinions about love and money have maybe been holding you back. I think it's a good time for you to think more about the ways that you can kind of grow the work that you do, and invite more prosperity and more opportunities into your life. Okay, so that was your weekly forecast. I hope that it resonates, and if it doesn't fly, don't apply. So yeah, have a beautiful week, and blessed be.